What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got the entire history of the NBA. Now, I don't really know too much about the NBA, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm an NBA fan and shit. I've just really started to get back into, you know what I'm saying, watching NBA and shit. But my NBA knowledge is not as good as I would love it to be, you know what I'm saying? Like my NFL knowledge is and shit like that. But hopefully after watching this video, I know a little bit more about the NBA and stuff like that. Without further ado, let's check this out.
Basketball looked like a century ago. And
what the
here's
fuck?
what it looks like now.
Wait, hold on. This was actually basketball a few years ago. Well, not a few years ago, but like, bro, years and years ago, my
Here's
nigga.
what it looks like now. So, how did we get here? Well, it all started when a teacher named James Naismith wanted to make a fun game for his students. And boom,
Okay.
just like that, we got basketball. But at first, the game was complete garbage. I mean, they played with soccer balls and used wooden baskets as hoops.
I ain't even gonna lie, that look kind of lit. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
Even dribble, but the game quickly evolved. And by 1906, metal rims were introduced.
That's a travel of
they
hell,
finally
bro.
allowed dribbling, thank God. And the very first professional basketball league was formed, the NBL. But 12 years
NBL.
later, another league was created called the BAA, creating teams like the Celtics, the Lakers, the Knicks, and the Warriors.
Lakers.
1949,
Yes, sir, bro. We going to the finals this year.
The BAA and the NBL were like, let's do it. So they merged, creating the NBA. But despite being the #1 basketball league in the world, most players in the NBA still had day jobs, like Norman Glick, who worked as a plumber. I'm not kidding. But in 1956,
Gotta get that back somehow.
players of all time made his NBA debut, Celtics legend
Bill Russell, okay.
He was so good that he won a championship in his first season and 10 more throughout his career.
That's
and
just crazy.
11 championships. The Celtics dominated the league for 13 years straight, but in 1959, Bill's biggest rival joined the league, Wilt Chamberlain.
Bro, this nigga Wilt Chamberlain was a demon, bro.
20,000 women and score 100 points in a single game. A record he
Facts.
still holds to
And
this
people
day.
still like, bro, it's crazy that nobody really mentions this shit anymore, bro. That this nigga scored 100 points in an NBA game. That shit is crazy.
None of those things were ever recorded on camera, so there's a bit of debate on whether.
Yeah, that's like, bro, come on. They even mentioned it in NBA 2K17.
Dark era for the NBA. In fact, it was almost the death of it. In 1967, a rival league was formed called the ABA, creating teams like the Spurs, Nuggets, Nets, and Pacers. Two different leagues with over 200 players, completely splitting the basketball fan base. Not only that, but 70% of NBA players were
So it's like
addicted to
WWE and
drugs,
AEW.
which was a big no-no. And by 1978, the NBA was down so bad, even most of the finals weren't aired on TV. Nobody cared about the NBA. But right before officially going bankrupt, the league was saved by two unlikely stars.
Larry Bird? Yeah, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
This is Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Yes, sir.
And in 1978, they were the two greatest players in college basketball history. That just so happened to be playing at the exact same time, leading to one of the greatest rivalries ever. They talked smack, got physical, all while dropping 20 points on each other. The hottest thing on TV. Got physical, all while dropping 20
Damn,
points
nuts
on each
all
other.
in his
It became
face,
the hottest
gang.
thing on TV. I'm talking 40
No
million
diddy.
viewers for a single college game. Between 1978 and 1979, Bird and Magic officially declared for the league, with Bird going to the Boston Celtics and Magic to the Lakers. Meanwhile, the NBA absorbed the 4 remaining ABA teams, making the NBA the only professional basketball league. And oh yeah, in 1979, they finally added the iconic three-point line. The NBA was suddenly bigger than ever. Hell, the league even started selling players' jerseys for the first time. And it was all led by Bird and Magic. But despite all that, the NBA had no clue what was about to hit them. Cause there was a kid from North Carolina
Michael Jordan.
about to change not only
My nigga MJ.
but the world.
Alright, now let's start with this debate in the comments, bro. Who is the greatest NBA player of all time? Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Tell in the comments, bro.
In 1982, a 19-year-old college player was averaging 13 points and 4 rebounds. Nothing special, but it was enough to help bring his team, the North Carolina Tar Heels, to the NCAA championship. And it was during that game that he made a name for himself. Cause in the final seconds, with his team down 1, he did this.
18. Shot.
Clutch.
North Carolina has won the 1982 NCAA championship.
Michael Jordan was ready to take over the basketball world. And in 1984, when Jordan was drafted by the Chicago Bulls, he instantly became a star, winning Rookie of the Year and looking like he'd be the face of the game for years to come. But at the start of his sophomore season, Jordan shattered his foot. Meanwhile, there was another player coming out of college, ready to take MJ's spot. This is Len Bias. And the kid was so good, scouts were saying he'd for sure be better than MJ. He was bigger, stronger, and a better rebounder.
How did that turn out, huh?
He was drafted by the Boston Celtics, a team that still had legends like Larry Bird, Bill Walton, and Danny Ainge. But just 2 days later, the NBA was hit with one of their worst tragedies.
Local success story took a tragic turn this morning. Len Bias, the Maryland University basketball star on his way to becoming a world champion Boston Celtic, died of an apparent heart attack today at
R.I.P. man. Damn. That is crazy. Right before bro could step into the NBA too on the court. Damn, that's tough, bro. R.I.P.
He died of heart failure because he used cocaine.
The medical examiner said the cocaine in Bias's body was virtually pure, while most found in Maryland is 60% diluted. He said Bias inhaled the powder. Within seconds, it was absorbed into the blood and quickly interrupted the electrical activity in his brain, and that produced an irregular heartbeat.
Len Bias tragically passed away.
Damn,
and
man.
with that, brought in
Stay off of drugs, man.
dynasty. But there was another dynasty.
Say no to dope.
Right
You
around
feel
the
me?
corner. Now, a few months later, Michael Jordan returned from injury and literally became the most famous person in the world. He won 3 championships in a row with the Bulls, released the most iconic shoes of all time, the Jordan 1s, and he was so famous, you could recognize an outline of him. Everyone wanted to be like Mike, and it brought worldwide attention. By 1992, the NBA started playing games in countries like China, Germany, and Russia. And for the first time ever, you had legends like Bird, Magic, and Jordan all playing for the USA Olympics.
Oh, they stand, bro. I was about to say, damn, there's nowhere they're that taller than Michael Jordan, bro. But they were standing on like these boxes or whatever.
At this point, basketball and the NBA was at its peak. It was so big, the league even added 2 teams to Canada. But it was all short-lived.
Last night, we began the show with the disappearance of Michael Jordan's father. Right? The worst fears have come true. James Jordan was found dead. Victim
R.I.P.
Jordan was devastated.
Damn.
Being unable to cope with the pain, he officially retired from the NBA in 1993. This left
Then he
a
came
massive
back.
hole in the league, and the Houston Rockets tried to fill it, even winning back-to-back championships. But it just wasn't MJ. So only 2 years after retiring, MJ shocked the world with 2 of the most iconic words in NBA history. I'm back.
Yes, sir.
But when Jordan returned, he would meet the Black Mamba for the first time.
Kobe,
That's
R.I.P.
only
Kobe,
one of the
man.
8 sections coming up after a word from our sponsor,
Okay.
Morgan and More.
Okay, buddy. No. Gonna skip all up over that, you know what I'm saying, bro? They not paying me, so.
He made his return to the NBA, where he and the Bulls went on to dominate the league again, winning
Dennis
3 more
Rodman.
championships in a row, including one on Father's Day, where MJ
Oh, shit.
dedicated the win to his dad. It was truly beautiful. But as Jordan's career came to an end, a new era of players were ready to take over. Players like Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and Allen Iverson. They
AI.
all brought something the league had never seen before. AI redefined how you could dribble and move
Oh
the
my
ball.
gosh.
Kobe brought his Mamba mentality, while no one could contain Shaq's size. But the changes went beyond just the court. By the early 2000s, you saw more players with tattoos, they were wearing chains and jewelry. The league had gotten a complete makeover.
LeBron James.
By
Yes,
the year
sir.
2003, Shaq and Kobe were dominating the league. They teamed up on the Lakers and it won 3 championships in a row. It was a thing of beauty. That was until their relationship fell apart. Kobe thought Shaq was being a lazy fat ass, and Shaq thought Kobe was mean. So the two ended up hating each other. But all eyes were on a much bigger story. See, there was a player in high school that was more famous than any NBA player. A player that was part Magic Johnson, part MJ,
That's
and part
crazy.
superhuman. I'm talking about LeBron James, the most exciting prospect
Chosen
basketball
one.
had ever seen. I mean, if the league accepted high schoolers, he would have been playing in the NBA
Damn.
at 16. He was that good. And in the 2003 draft, he was selected by his hometown team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, ready to claim his crown as the king of the NBA. But while everyone had their eyes on LeBron, something sinister was going on in the background. A referee by the name of Tim Donaghy was rigging games for the Mafia, telling them which teams to put money on. And it wasn't just a single game, or even one series. He was rigging games for 4 years straight.
4 years is crazy.
The history of the NBA with each game he reffed.
Oh yeah, I remember about hearing about this, bro.
An investigation was conducted, and Tim went to jail for 11 months. But the 2000s weren't all bad.
Yes, sir. LeBron, D-Wade, Chris Bosh.
The league saw the beginning of the super team era and the Boston Celtics, made up of 3 NBA legends, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. And I know there were other super teams over the years. The 82 Sixers, the 96 Bulls, hell, even the 2003 Lakers. But for the first time in NBA history, teams were intentionally trading for 3 superstars to try and win it all. And in 2010, the Miami Heat pulled off the greatest super team the NBA had ever seen. Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron. I mean, they were so good, they made it all the way to the finals in their first year.
That shit is crazy.
By 2011, the league had hit one of its lowest points, going into a complete lockout. Basically, team owners wanted to pay their players less. Players said hell no, and the NBA shut down.
What?
So with nothing to do all day, stars like LeBron and KD went and dominated in local gyms. Some players like J.R. Smith went overseas to play, while others were forced to literally find a normal job. No one knew if this was the end of the NBA. But finally, after 161 days, everyone came to a new agreement. And this marked the beginning of the absolutely ridiculous NBA contracts we see today. I mean, dudes like Timothy Mozgov, who averaged 6 points a game, signed a $65 million contract.
I mean, he probably does more than just score points for them.
Contracts for over 100.
Yo, that is a lot. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Perspective, the most Bill Russell got paid at the height of his career was $100 grand per year. That is only $975,000 in today's money.
Wow.
With the NBA finally back, LeBron lived it up in Miami, going to 4 straight finals, winning 2 of them. Basketball was witnessing a new GOAT emerge, and the NBA was in the midst of its LeBron era. By 2014, LeBron returned to Cleveland, ready to win his hometown a ring, thinking it was going to be an endless flow of championships. But, there was a team in the Bay Area,
Golden State Warriors.
A player named
Nigga, Steph Chef, look at Wardell Curry, man. Shout out Flight.
Steph Curry could shoot the ball from anywhere, and I mean anywhere. The league had never seen anything like it.
Damn.
3-point shots used to just be, a normal part of the game. But now, we saw Steph Curry making it the #1 option, from hitting more threes than any player in NBA history to taking home the MVP award that year and winning the 2015 NBA Finals. He broke boundaries and changed the way the league viewed shooting. So other teams started shooting threes like crazy, trying to find their own Steph Curry. League viewed shooting. So
oh my gosh!
Oh shit! Trying to find their own Steph Curry. But
nah, that's crazy, bro. The disrespect.
So from 2015 to 2018, it was the king of the league versus the greatest shooter of all time. And it made for some of the most memorable playoff series ever.
Bro.
Playing in 2016, when LeBron
2016 will forever go down as the greatest year of all time. There was so much shit happening that year.
Making it LeBron's greatest accomplishment. Meanwhile, international players started invading the league, like Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic, who account for the last 5 MVPs from 2019 to 2023. Suddenly, the league's best players weren't even American. It was like nothing the league had ever seen before. But when nobody saw it coming, it was a worldwide pandemic.
Yeah. This one we won the finals.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus.
That is crazy. We all survived the pandemic, bro.
I ain't playing.
That shit is crazy. What'd he say?
It could come here. Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
If I show up to an arena and ain't no fans in there, I ain't playing.
The NBA is suspending the season.
'Cause I ain't playing. I ain't playing.
The NBA is suspending the season. 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 The NBA is suspending
See, the NBA was forced to completely shut down for 4 months. Luckily though, the league was trying to cook up a plan to bring basketball back, and what they came up with seemed insane
bubble.
at first. Because the NBA invited teams to Disney World, where they would come and play out the rest of the season while being stuck inside a bubble for 3 months. They couldn't leave, they couldn't bring anyone in, they couldn't even order food from outside restaurants.
Damn.
It was rough. But LeBron got his 4th ring out of
Yes,
it, and
sir.
nobody got sick. By 2021, COVID was still around, but the fans were back. And we got to see one of the
Yeah.
weirdest seasons ever. The
Nigga
Nets lost in
Luka.
the playoffs because KD's foot was too big. LeBron got
Crazy.
eliminated in the first round for the first time in his career. And the Bucks won their first championship since 1971.
Nigga,
In
Giannis.
the 2022-23 season, we got to see a legendary Celtics vs.
Curry.
Warriors finals, where Steph took home his 4th ring. But I think it's more important to talk about where we are today.
Okay.
See, I feel like there's a problem that no one seems to be mentioning. The NBA's most popular players are getting really old, and I
Yeah.
think we're about to witness the end of an era. I mean, the
That is
typical
crazy,
retirement age
man.
for an NBA player is 35. Meanwhile, Jimmy Butler, James Harden, D. Rose, and Westbrook
D-
are all 30.
D-Rose already retired, man. It's only a matter of time to these three. You know what I'm saying? Leave. And plus LeBron, Curry. I feel like LeBron and Curry realistically like have like 3, probably 4 more years left in the league. You know what I'm saying?
34. Steph and KD are 35. CP3 is 38.
Damn.
To the NBA. LeBron James is 38 years old too,
Golly.
which makes him the oldest player in the entire NBA. I mean, are you
That
guys
is
seeing what
crazy.
I'm seeing? These dudes are about to retire, and the league is about to look a
Hey,
whole
but
lot
the league is in good hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? With guys like Jokic and Luka. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the league is in good hands,
different
bro. Let's keep it a
very
buck.
soon.
Giannis
30
as
teams
well.
At the moment, the league has plans to expand to 32 teams. And with how much the league's changed already, who knows what we could see in 20 more years? Like, there's already talks about a 4-point line.
Bro,
airless basketball.
don't let this shit happen, cause this nigga Curry's going, bro. I know he gonna be foaming at the mouth.
Toyota's developing
Hearing
a
about
robot
that game.
might even play in the league. This really is the end of an
No,
era.
never let robots
something
touch a damn court. But hey, man. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, this got my NBA knowledge up to par a little bit, you feel me? But let me know what other NBA videos y'all want me to react to, shit like that. Without further ado, I'm out. Yeah.